Hi, families. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Here's what we're going to be doing for this week in class. First of all, art. Art, last week we did the negative space leaves where you put leaves down and kind of sponge painted or painted over top and then pulled the leaves up and you were left with the negative space of the leaf. You're going to be doing something similar this week, only you're going to be splatter painting. So they say get a toothbrush and a screen. You don't really need a screen. Use a toothbrush, put paint on it. Kids can use their thumbs or even regular paintbrushes. They can tap them against each other to create like Jackson Pollock splatters. It has you using leaves again. If you want to use something different, you can cut shapes out of paper, put them down, splatter around them. You could use toys, you could use silverware, whatever you want. But that's kind of what we're doing. And then there's also a pinwheel project that you'll be making with a tack and some paper. So that'll be fun for the kids. Language arts. It is S week. We're going to be learning about S. Our word wall words are come, down, and here. Let me get out our language arts book. It's pretty similar to what we've been doing right along. We're also going to be using question words, who, what, where, why, when, how. Our story is called Smile. And we're going to be doing something called ear spelling, which I'll tell you about in a second. So here's our S pages. Okay. This is the ear spelling. Anyone who has done kid writing or is familiar with kid writing, that's basically what ear spelling is. So it's like this. If your child wants to write the word cat, you're just going to stretch it out. We call it stretching out. So what do you hear first? K, k. Now some of them might say C, some of them might say K. That's great. Have them write the K if that's what they hear. K, A, A, cat. Okay, then they would write that T sound. At the end, this is where we go back and we do grown-up writing. So we want kids to love to write. We want them to enjoy it. So we want to celebrate. Oh my gosh, you got all the sounds in cat. K, at. That's exactly how it sounds. Now here's how a grown-up writes it. And you don't change theirs. Don't have them erase it. Just we're going to write right underneath it. It looks like this. K, because C can say K too. K, at. Okay? And have both of them there. For some kids, it's a little tricky for it to be wrong and for them to be okay with it. But kid writing is a huge part of our regular kindergarten curriculum here at Lewisburg. Again, those of you who have done it before know it, love it. I will be sending out, I'll attach the PowerPoint if I can to what kid writing is and how we do it here, just so you guys are familiar with that too. All right, so that is what we're calling the ear writing or ear spelling. Math, they are throwing a whole lot of different terms at you guys this week. So math, you're going to be starting out with color words, then you're going to do alike and different, then you're going to be doing sorting, then you're going to be doing measurement, and then you're going to be doing more and less. So it's all over the place. Here are your sorting things. The color words, I think that's just all on the computer. There's not a worksheet for that. Here's your measurement stuff. They are measuring by inches. And then less is more. And then here's color by number. You're going to have to reference the printable page. You don't have to print it out. You can do it in here. But since it's black and white, you can't really tell what any of these colors are. So reference that. And then there is a rose too. All right. So that's math this week. Social studies is really similar to last week, only this week we're doing Johnny Appleseed and Christopher Columbus. Johnny Appleseed is first, and that looks a lot like the Clara Barton, lots of writing things. Again, have your children talk to you. You can write down what they say, because it's a lot. I did see a few kids did try to write. They wrote one sentence. A few of you tried to write a little bit. That's great. If your kids want to do that, if you want to try doing some kid writing with your kids on this, that's totally fine. Okay. And then Christopher Columbus is a story retell, kind of what happened first, middle, last. All right, so that's social studies. Science, we are doing more with fall leaves, and they're also throwing in a little stargazing. The workbook pages are pretty easy. You're just drawing 2 pictures of trees. Stargazing is just an activity, but I do want to show you. So this is an app that actually one of my kids' moms last year told me about. See if you can see it. It's called Skyview Lite. It's right here. Oh, we're not going to upgrade. And what it is, and I know it's a little hard to tell, but you can take this outside at night, and it even shows you right now too, and point it up at the sky or point it down at the ground, and it tells you what constellations there are, what planets. Right now, if you go outside at nighttime, you can see Jupiter. You can click on it. It tells you about it down here. It takes sunlight 34 minutes to reach Jupiter. So it's really cool. There's Saturn. It has the constellations. So it's free, and it's just something fun that my own kids are really into and like learning about. So maybe yours will too. So that is kind of the breakdown for this week. I am going to put an activity on Seesaw, something with probably taking a picture, because our little story is about Smile, where they're taking some pictures. For the packet of things that I passed out at the drive-thru, this is in here for this week. It is a mailbox that you can make. Again, this is if you get done with everything else and just want a fun activity to do with your kiddos. They make the mailbox. They can glue it on this paper here, and here they can practice writing their name and address and make a little postage stamp. Okay, so again, that is optional. You don't have to do it, but something else for you guys. So as always, please let me know if you have any questions, and hope we have a great week. Thank you. Bye-bye.